All right. Good morning, good morning. If this is first time tuning in to Tim's Tidbits, if you if you ain't on the live stream, you ain't gonna understand why I'm laughing because I done cut all that out the video. I can't do it. Okay, hold on. Uh Mask Man came out back in the 80s. I want to say it was back in the 80s. I remember we was living in Wilton Manors. We was staying in Wilton Manors when my older brother put me on the Masked Man. And that was back in the 80s. That was back in the 80s. I was in the fourth. I was in the fourth or the fifth grade. I was going to Wilton Manors Elementary. So if I was in the fourth grade, I was 9. If I was in the fifth grade, I was 10. I was born in 72. So that was either like it was the early 80s, either like 81, 82 when my brother put me onto Masked Man. What you want with that horse? For that. Ah! You probably got mascara on up under that mask. Okay. I can't even get through my intro, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. If you don't know who I am, my name is Timothy Lee Rogers. See, I get on Al Gore's internet every day and talk about the price action. Today we've been hanging out with Masked Man, but now we're going to get into the price action. Yada yada yada. Bob's your uncle. Let's share the screen and let's get to it, man. Shout out to Black Spider members, Gold members. I was sharing some stuff last night. I can't remember who all I shared it with, but I was sharing it. If I shared it with you and you got it, you got it. If I didn't share it with you and you don't got it, you don't got it. Let's get into the price action, man. I got y'all to the side over here. I'm trying something different so I can see when stuff pop in. I'm trying something different. I'm gonna see how this work out because y'all be putting stuff in the chat and I'll be like, hey, when did you put that in the chat? So I'm trying something different now. Oh man, when I was looking at Greg Jones thing, I'm like, man, I thought Greg had his face. When did he change his thing to a chess piece? Because I thought it was like a bishop or a knight chess piece, but it just looked different on here. That is his face. Because over here on this one, I could see his face better. But anyway, sorry for the distraction. Squirrel. Where we at? Where do we close? We closed yesterday at I had the close marked on one of these charts. I could have swore I had the close marked on one of these charts. Did I not mark the close? Okay. All right. So where is my all right. There's my new day. Open the gap. Right there, New York closed. It just was out of the screen. I know I marked it on something. It was just out of the screen because we're on 5-minute candles. That's why. Okay, so there's the New York close right there. All right. So I'm like, man, I know I marked it somewhere. Thank you. 41.44. There it is right there. I knew I marked it on a chart somewhere, but it was just out the screen. So 41.44. Thank you, Deborah. We closed at 41.44 yesterday. The market is open. The market is open. The market is open. If you're going to trade, please trade safe. If you're not going to trade, please take a copious amounts of notes so you can go back and study what you saw today. And remember, if you had a good week, don't give nothing back today. If you had a terrible week, don't revenge trade today. Just study. If you haven't been able to do anything and you're confident that you can take a trade without emotion, do what you do. But please don't go into the weekend down. It messes with your mental. It's better to go in, break even than to go in down. It's better to go in with a small loss than to try to get more and give it back. Just free advice from me to you. Take it or leave it. Anyway, I'll see you tonight for the weekly wrap up. Now, back to the regular scheduled program. Let's change these to daily candles real quick and go over here and holler at our homegirl Spylene before we get into it. If you draw your attention over here where I'm moving my mouse on that side of the screen over there, right over here, you see me hovering over a ticker that says SPY. The SPY is the ETF that tracks the performance of the S&P 500. Around here, we called her Spylene. Even wrote a song for her. You want to hear it? Here it go. Now, if you know the lyrics, please join me. Don't be embarrassed. Join me. If you don't know the lyrics, or if you never heard it, please be prepared to be entertained and serenaded. On the count of three, sing it with me. 1, 2, 3, sing it with me. Spylene, Spylene, where you at, baby? Here I go. Hey, how you doing? I'm glad that you, Spylene, girl, what you done do? Spylene done gap up, 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 up. Spylene gapped up. Spylene gapped up. Where can Spylene try to go today? Who cares? Let's just do it. Will it be a gap and go, or will it be a gap and no? Just from glancing at the price action, when I sat down this morning and was marking up my chart, we look like we want to get us a gap and go, but we will see. And that's just based off of just glancing at the price action, how we was being very careful, not leaving a lot of imbalances down below. But let's see how it goes. For anyone who does not know what creates this gap, we'll make this a teachable moment. Whenever we close on any day, right, that's going to be the end of that daily candle for the SPY. Overnight, the futures market continues to trade starting at 6 p.m. And anything that the futures market does from 4 o'clock the trading day before until 9:30 that trading day, if it's up from the close at 4 o'clock, the SPY and the SPX and the QQQs, anything that tracks one of the big indexes, is going to gap up. If it's lower than that price, it's going to gap down. And that's what creates the gap. Now, let's go back and get into the price action. Let's go down to 5 minute candles. That's what we was on. We was on 5 minutes. So this is what I was watching last night, right? This is everything I was watching last night, right? I had stuff to the bottom that I want to, if the market decided it wanted to start to pull, I'm going to make these 15-minute candles because the 5-minute got it a little too squanched up for me, right? So these are 15-minute candles, and this is what I was watching, right? So if we started going to the bottom, right, as you can see, I was saying the way we were moving up, we were very careful not leaving any imbalances down here, right? The only imbalance we have is an imbalance that was left last night. It's a BISI on this 8 o'clock candle, and it's just the and I marked this as sell side, and it's right at the new day opening gap, right? That's the only imbalance to the downside. We have successfully gotten above the new week opening gap from this week, right? We've gotten above that, and we got up to this 15-minute imbalance, right? You see, we wicked above it. The bodies tell the story, the wicks do the damage, right? On the 15-minute, this 15-minute candle respected that 15-minute imbalance, wicked above it, respected, and now we're pulling back down. This is the old buy side that I was watching when I at the time when I made the chart. This was the buy side, this was the sell side. Okay, which one are we going to attack? If we attack the sell side, we got the new day opening gap, and the only other thing down here of interest to me was an old new week opening gap, and I just put the lines there because I didn't want the big purple box to be down there like that, right? So, and the market chose to attack the buy side. So we attacked the buy side, stayed inside the new week opening gap like we have been doing for so long, right? We have been talking about how it was consolidating inside new week opening gaps at the overlaps. See, like when we was talking about it consolidating at these overlap points, right? There's another overlap point right there. We was talking about how it was consolidating there, doing the same old, right? And we got to the consequent encroachment of that 8 a.m. wick from yesterday, right? That was the news wick, like during the news time when we made that wick. That was the 8 a.m. wick. We got to that, right? And oh, I shared something with the members. I can't remember what it was. It was about a for those that are not channel members, right? I will point it out and ask you, what is that? 240. 240. Okay. All right. Let us, in the channel members that I shared this with, if you want to drop the cheat code in the chat for those who are not channel members, I mean, not the cheat code, but drop the answer in the chat for those who are not channel members and help them with their homework assignment, right? Where's yesterday? All right, yesterday at 2. Okay. All right. Is this thing on? Anybody still there? Anybody there? Somebody put a 1 in the chat if this working. Can y'all hear me? Somebody put a 1 in the chat. Oh, y'all just paying attention. That's why y'all ain't talking in the chat. I know that doggone Taryn and Deborah get to talking in the back of class. I'm gonna just keep calling you Tranisha because Taryn just don't feel right rolling off my coming out of my mouth piece. Okay, what is it about, right? This 240 candle from yesterday. This is 5-minute candles, right? These are 5-minute candles that I'm talking about. So this 240 candle that came up and wicked to this point right here, right? It came up to 41, 46, 75, right? Now, what is significant right in this area right there that made this stop and reject? What made this reject, right? And then I want you to look at, right? Now, I understand we have a SIBI right here, right? You understand we got a SIBI right there, right? But when you look at that, right? Fair value. Now, this is something that I keep certain things on my chart off screen, right? Because I don't like a lot of junk on my chart, but it's like little things that Michael Huddleston talks about. and I just take note of them, and I just watch it. I just watch it, right? So, looking at this right here, I'm the type of person, when I see this, like I see this 5 minute coming to this 5 minute fair value gap and stop and turn around, I go try to find out why did it stop right there in the fair value gap is all the way up here, right? And then when it go past a fair value gap, I'll be like, why did it stop right there? Right? So, right? Um, this is your homework, right? It's not, and I'm gonna tell you like this: it's not any of the PD arrays. It's not any of the PD arrays, right? Think about everything. Somebody's dropping it in the chat for you all. Somebody's giving it away, right? And then it wicked above the Sibby. And then if you come over, you will notice, right? Let me put my crosshairs on, right? When I come to the same area right there, right? What do we put right there? It's a Bissy right there in the same area. Now it's above this Sibby now. It's a Bissy in that same area. Then we consolidate it, drop down into that Bissy in that same area, right? Then we pushed up again and came back down where? Right around this candle here, stopped in that same area and pushed up again, right? But it's just little things that I be watching. I be picking up on little things that Michael J. Huddleston talk about when he be on those rants, those things that people don't like to listen to on them Twitter spaces, and he just go to monologuing and talking for too long, right? So just go back and check that out. Just go back and check that out. Look and see what that coincides with, right? And for those who may not grasp it, this high of this candle is one tick above the significant point that I'm talking about. Think about everything that Michael talks about when it comes to price and what price respects. What does he always say? It's about the open, high, low, and close. The open, high, low, and close. That's what price is all about. And if you apply that to everything, open, high, low, and close, if you apply it to time frames, if you apply it to days, if you apply it to PD arrays, if you apply it to the open, high, low, and close is all you need for anything dealing with price. That's what it's all about. Once I figured that out, it made all of this so much less stressful for me. Once I figured out it's all about the open, high, low, and close, right? And then don't be looking for this miraculous reversal without taking out liquidity, right? That's why you always hear me say, whenever we take out liquidity, there's a possibility of a reversal, right? And then it's just all about getting in tune with the algos to be able to identify when the algorithm is done with this piece of price action and is ready to go take liquidity somewhere else, and then it's ready to come back and handle business over here. Then it's ready to go there, because it lets you know when it's ready to go to these places. Open, high, low, close. Always remember that, and then figure it out. When we get back together this evening, let me know. Let me know if you figured it out. Or even if you figure it out now, let me know if you figure it out now without looking at other people's notes. Okay, the price action. We closed at I take it off the screen. Yes, I did. I took it off the screen. Okay, so 41.44. All right, we closed at 41.44, and then we created a new day opening gap. We actually gapped down. It was a bearish new day opening gap. We gapped down, right? Then we started to pushed up to the new week opening gap. Consolidated, came back down into the top BISI, right? Consolidated a little bit, dropped down into the order block, filling in the bottom BISI. Might have, yes, we filled in the, look like we filled in the bottom BISI 2 on a drop, dropped down into the order block, kissed the new week opening gap, pushed up above the new day opening gap, pushed up above the new week opening gap. Nice aggressive move to the upside, breaking market structure. Came back down into the BISI that's on the 810 candle, pushed up again, taking out the buy side that we have marked out. Came very close to the consequent encroachment of the news wick on that 915 candle. Then we pulled back, consolidated on the line of the buy side for a while, right? Then we pulled back into the new week opening gap again. Look like we're pushing down. Watch this sell side up under these equal lows right here. Right, watch this sell side up under these equal lows. That's right at the new week opening gap. Right, the new week opening gap is there. Mindful, it's right at some buy side. Could very well bounce off that because we have sell side up under these lows too. These lows here. This is the that's the London low right there, but we have relative equal lows here. So watch this. Be looking for a rejection here. If not, watch this sell side there. If this sell side doesn't reject, the sell side here at the new day opening gap, right? But let price take liquidity before looking for an entry. And I think we got consumer sentiment at 10. I believe consumer sentiment is at 10, if I'm not mistaken. Let's check that really quick. Consumer sentiment is at 10. Yes, consumer sentiment is at 10. Okay. I lost my place. Consolidating on the buy side, pushed back into the new week opening gap. Came up. Looked like we might have. Did we get above this high or did we go wick for wick? Wick for wick with the 915 high over here at 3 a.m. Right, wick for wick after a little after 3 a.m. I say because this is the 3 a.m. 5-minute candle. Came down below this low, below the new week opening gap, but did not take out the low. We just took out the that low that I'm just talking about now under the Asian. We just took out that Asian low just now. So that sell side has been taken. Watching this sell side here at the new day opening gap. This would be the low at 8 o'clock. What's that, like Sydney time frame? I think Sydney opened first and then the Asian opened second. So this would be like Sydney time frame if I'm not mistaken. And then we blasted up and set a high, a London high at 330, pulled back down into a volume imbalance. right? Came back down into a volume imbalance, and then took off again. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up, and we went all the way up to the 15 minute. The we went all the way up to the 15-minute fair value gap. These 5-minute candles, 5-minute candles are above it, but the 15-minute candle closed inside the 15-minute imbalance as we saw. Then we came down, pushed back up into a 5-minute volume imbalance right at the 15-minute imbalance, pulled back down into this BISI and this volume imbalance here, but that is just a speed bump because we have just come up and taken buy side, got up to a higher time frame, 15-minute higher time frame imbalance, right? And we came down and had a breaking market structure here, got down below there. So we pushed back up, came back up here and into this potential bearish order block there, right? Boom, came back into the order block and then dropped it like it's hot, coming all the way down into this imbalance right at the consequent encroachment of that wick and just consolidated there for a while until the market opened. Then we just came down and took out the sell side below the Asian. Just took out the sell side below the Asian and springboarded off of that booger. We springboarded off of that booger, man. And that is the price action for the overnight. Do anybody have anything before I call it? It's 9:52. Does anyone have anything before I call it? I thank you all for tuning in. I hope you all enjoyed Mass Man as much as I did. If y'all enjoyed Mass Man, put a 1 in the chat for me. Put a 1 in the chat. You're welcome here to learn and share. Looking at the Tesla to the moon. Tesla got a new Twitter got a new CEO, and Tesla went to the moon. I knew you enjoyed Mass Man Father Legend. See Walt. I don't know about Father Legends, but I know Seawalk. Seawalk, you probably old enough to be in the culture like myself where we subject to get canceled for anything because the stuff that was funny to us when we was growing up is totally inappropriate these days. Oh my goodness. I'm glad y'all enjoyed Bass Man. I'm glad I could share that. I'm glad I could share that with y'all. Yeah, Seawall. I know you, you know what I'm saying? Seawall, Angela. There's a few people I know that's like my age, and we like people my age, the stuff that was funny and stuff that was could be said back when we was growing up, stuff that like I guess we used to. It's like we be like, man, that hurt your feelings. Like you must, man, if you went to school with me, hold up to be counselor. I mean, say you hold up to be counselor, repeating what his uncle say. What don't you now look your father, now look your what hey Charles, what don't you be repeating what I say? What? Hey man, hey, I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me, man. I got a 16-year-old in here. I took his temperature earlier. He had a slight temperature. When I say slight, it was like 100.4, I think. The first time I took it on the side of his head, it said 100.4. And then the second time I took it like on his neck somewhere, and it said like 99.7. He got some kind of goon gobbles. So he in there sleeping. I'm gonna go check on him in a minute. Probably try to, you know what I'm saying, get him something light on his stomach and keep him fluid up when he, you know what I'm saying, he be sick, he be sitting there going, I don't know. Yeah, it's very inappropriate. Hey man, as always, thank you. You're far too kind. Remember, go do your homework to see what, if you don't already have the answer, do your homework to see what those candles and those fair value gaps and all that was reacting to at the level. Remember that 240 candle on the 5-minute time frame, it stopped one tick above the level that you're looking for. And remember, price is all about the open, high, low, and close. And it's not any of the PD arrays. So don't go in looking for mitigation blocks and breakers and fair value gaps. It's not any of that. Look and see what those PD arrays, what those fair value gaps, what those swing highs, what those, or whatever what are they forming around? Why are they forming right there? Look at why they forming right there. Remember, price is all about the open, high, low, and close. So when you're thinking about that, you have an open, high, low, and close every minute. You got to open, high, low, and close every hour. You got to open, high, low, and close every session. You got to open, high, low, and close every day. You got to open, high, low, and close every week. You got to open, high, low, and close every month. You got to open, high, low, and close every year, right? You got to open, high, low, and close on every PD array. So price is all about the open, high, low, and close. It's all about how the algo reacts to the different open, high, low, and closes, and when they react to the different open, high, low, and closes. That's what price is all about. That's what price is all about. And if you haven't gotten anything else from this live or any video that I've ever done, just remember the last 2 minutes or so what I said. The open, high, low, and close from the PD array all the way up to the year. Everything has an open, high, low, and close. And with that, I bid you adieu until 6:30 p.m. Enjoy the rest of y'all day, man. If you're going to trade, please trade safe. If you're not going to trade, please take copious notes so you can go back and study what you saw today. And shout out whoever that was that put it in the chat about looking at the on demand and going back and watching it to see if you read it the same. Good pro tips. See y'all tonight at 6:30, man. Gone.